For legal reasons, this video is a joke.
What the fuck are you two talking about?
How in the hell could they hear something outside of their ship?
I'd like to point out that the outside of their ship is in space.
That literally makes no goddamn sense. They didn't hear space. They heard their ship. Sound travels through matter. They can hear the impact of something outside the ship.
If it hits hard enough, maybe.
Chief hit that really hard.
Nice.
But it sounded like he landed right on top of them, like directly above them.
So?
So even if you forget about the ass in space thing, it's still insane to think he landed literally right on top of where they were.
Yeah, Barack, that is kind of insane.
Who the fuck are we, Cinema Sins?
Johnny Sins.
What?
Sex.
I'm done with you.
Guys, we're missing Johnson's speech.
Definitely regret the Corps just blew up our raggedy-ass fleet!
Hoorah!
I'm pumped, boys.
Ooh. Barack, what's your favorite level?
Ooh.
That was a little weird.
Nächstes Messias. Nächstes Edelsides.
That was weirder.
You know I don't want to think about it too hard, and the first thing that jumps into my mind is Grave Mine.
Oh, okay. Why, though?
I'm not sure. I was going to say it has a good mix of all enemy types, but that's not true. There's no flood. I guess I just really like fighting all the Covenant on their home turf. That's new. Plus, it is the first time you fight the brutes, so that's something. But the brutes aren't why I like the level. I don't love fighting brutes, but I don't dislike them either. Although I do actually really love killing brutes as the arbiter after the brutes betray the elites and fighting alongside my elite brethren.
Wow, could you talk about anything more boring and unrelated?
Shut up, Donald.
I'm kidding, I love elites, but I challenge you to actually talk about this level.
Hi, challenge accepted.
I thought the glass tapping sound was part of legendary difficulty.
You know, I thought
Whoa, what was that?
I was just giving Sergeant Johnson a high five. Don't worry about it, Don. I thought that was the legendary dialogue too, but it's not. That's blink if you can hear me, Chief.
Nah, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But apparently, that's what it is. I don't know how you and I got it in our heads that that's the legendary dialogue. I guess because I think it's a better take, and the glass clinking sound is so much more interesting and funny than just straight dialogue that I would naturally assume it's more special and therefore reserved for a higher difficulty. But no.
Also, that's usually how it is, right?
Exactly, right.
That's how it is in all three games. The one coming to my head in Halo 3 is the opening cinematic with Sergeant Johnson. He says the last line of that cinematic, and it changes depending on difficulty, and legendary is the best one.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Donald. It would just make more sense to me that the one we heard would be the legendary one. The actual legendary one is lamer.
Oh, shit.
What is
What's
it, Joe?
wrong?
I don't think that actually happens in Halo 1.
Oh,
You know, I think he's right, Don.
son of a bitch!
I needed that keyboard, Don.
I'm so stupid for not realizing there's no alternative dialogue for Sergeant Johnson in Halo 1.
It's okay, Don.
Yeah, we expected you to say something stupid.
As far as stupid things go, though, that was pretty goddamn awful.
You have brought shame upon your family.
And worse than that, you brought shame upon your friends.
That's us.
We're your friends.
We were your friends.
But understandably, we have to denounce you and your friendship.
And your existence.
Yeah, who are you?
Who are you talking to, Obama?
I don't know. I thought there was someone to the right of me, but there's literally nothing there. But it sure does stink a lot less now.
And the room feels a lot lighter.
Good riddance to whoever is not there.
And who never was.
I'm so stupid for losing my friends.
Hey, look, he fixed my keyboard.
Way to go, Donnie.
I'm sorry for letting you down, guys.
It's cool, bro.
Yeah, I obviously wasn't playing with that keyboard.
Didn't I ask you what your least favorite level in Halo 2 was, Barry?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. And I think I said I'd... Oh, yeah, I remember you did. I said I'd remember it when the level pops up, and I actually think I know what it is, but I'll hold on to it.
Okay, goody. Keep it a secret.
I'm guessing quarantine zone.
Damn it, Donald.
What?
I was keeping it a secret.
Keeping what a secret.
The fact that Quarantine Zone is my least favorite level.
But I
You
didn't...
just told on yourself, Barack.
What?
You played yourself.
Oh, god damn it.
You silly goose.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Quarantine Zone is my least favorite level. It's basically Halo 2's version of the library. So, for that reason, it isn't surprising. But I'm only pretty sure it's my least favorite. I know there are other levels I'm not a big fan of, like the other two Flood levels that happen around that time, like the Oracle and Sacred Icon.
No, actually, Sacred Icon is Halo 2's version of the library.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. I got quarantine zone and sacred icon mixed up.
Oh, damn it, that got me mixed up. And I didn't even catch it.
Some Halo 2 fan you are.
Some Halo 2 fan I am.
You should commit Sudoku.
私は自分のゲームに恥をかかせてしまったので、ここに私の手紙を地球に埋める。I died.
That was beautiful.
You know I was suppressing it, but I've been having little twinges of PTSD. Whenever I play this level, there is always this tiny little fear in the back of my mind of being one-shotted by a sniper jackal.
That's understandable.
Yeah, jackals are ass.
I don't think there's a person alive who's played this level on Legendary and not had some kind of traumatic experience. Thank God you called it in the beginning, Joe, and chose normal for us.
Ah, yeah, no problem, bro. I would have had a good time on Halo 1 on Legendary, but I didn't want anything to happen to my Pookie.
Thanks.
And what I mean by that is that I didn't want you to get gangbanged and penetrated by 50 fart-sniffing turd waffle ass jackals.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so I did play a mod that restored cut content to this game. And this is where I saw Halo 2's version of the Falcon, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that thing. So originally, Johnson was supposed to come down here on the Falcon, or whatever it's called. But it's really cool that those mods exist and that people are working to restore things to this 20-plus-year-old game.
It is kind of wild to think about, and having played that mod now, and seeing how this encounter was supposed to play kind of makes me appreciate how they were able to rewrite this with the Pelican. The context you get kind of gives you an idea of how big and ambitious this game actually was.
Big enough to still be data mined to this day.
Wow, Barry, you put those two hunters down so fast, you put the CE Magnum to shame.
Yeah, I feel just a little bad about it, like I cheesed it. I think it might be the literal easiest hunter encounter in the trilogy, provided the weapon you're given. But mostly the fact that they're walking right in front of you, like that, perfectly exposed.
Perfectly exposed and ready to be penetrated.
You.
Please don't.
Okay, I want to come up with a fun question. If you could, if you had to play this campaign, but all the enemies were replaced with the same enemy type, what would you choose?
Ooh,
That's actually a good
one.
question.
I'm going to go first because I have to get this out. It would be jackals, specifically sniper jackals. But on normal, I want to be the one doing the penetrating
Okay, I'm not sure exactly why you'd want to do that,
because I hate jackals and they need to die.
but you hate fighting jackals, Joe.
Because I hate jackals and they need to die.
Okay,
Charged plasma bolt jackals are what I hate most. Then jackals with shields and then sniper jackals are at the bottom of the list. I actually think they're the easiest to fight. And I just want to up my body count. Plus, I feel like it would be justice for all the people who have had their buttholes penetrated by them.
okay then. Don, why don't you answer the question?
I think I'd want a challenge, but not legendary sniper jackal challenge. Maybe all hunters. Yeah, you can one-shot them if you have a sniper, but they're harder than Halo 1 hunters, and they actually kill you in just a couple hits, so they're stronger too.
Okay, I see you, Don, and I think I see what you guys are doing. A challenge that's not at all impossible. I like what you're thinking, and going on that track, without thinking about it too hard, I'd say Zealot Sword Elites.
Interesting.
Oh, that'd be badass.
Although, guys, I gotta say, right now, in this specific part of the map, and thinking about how I'd end up probably just noob comboing them most of the time, I'm getting a new form of PTSD.
Why?
Did you get penetrated in a different no-no place?
I spent countless hours in this alleyway trying to get the I would have been your daddy's skull. And aside from all the wasted hours trying to get the skull to spawn, part of it was fighting 20 or something Ultra Elites on goddamn Legendary. That was some of the hardest pro gaming shit I ever had to do in this campaign. I'd say it was harder than fighting 20-something sniper jackals. Even though jackals can one-shot you, fighting those elites was harder because, for one, you had literally 0 checkpoints. If you died, you had to try to set the skull up all over again. And 2, you had almost no place to hide. Shit was goddamn near impossible, but I pulled it off somehow anyway. And by somehow, I mean with a ton of noob comboing.
Wow, that sounds really rough.
Sorry you got penetrated like that, Barry. And
Oh, cool. So there's no zealot here. That can happen on rare occasion. But what can also happen is an Ultra Elite can spawn here. So now I can just aggro him and assassinate him and get his sword.
How exactly do you aggro him?
I don't know the specifics, but it's pretty simple. Sometimes you can just touch them, but you can also do it by pulling out a larger weapon, which I did by switching to my sniper. But anyway, the reason I'm pumped to get the sword is because now I get to do what is my personal favorite glitch in Halo 2 campaign. This is something I discovered when I was a little boy named Walter.
hey, I was also once a little boy named Walter.
So there are sets of campaign missions in Halo 2 that I call connecting levels. I call them connecting levels because you will carry the weapons you have from one into the other. Usually these two connecting levels will be right next to each other, but there is an exception. So the first set of connecting levels is Outskirts and Metropolis. If you play Outskirts and load into Metropolis, you will carry whatever weapons you have into it. There is a rule that breaks this though. If you load into the second connecting level with a weapon that is not in that level, you will lose the weapons you loaded in with.
That's great, Nerdboma. Is there more?
You bet there's more. So I just emptied out my sword by killing enemies with it, and now I'm going to hold it until Metropolis. For some reason, if you load into a connecting level with an empty energy sword, the game treats it like a normal energy sword, even though it's empty. It'll say 0 on the energy counter, and the blade will be invisible. But for all intents and purposes, it'll be an energy sword with infinite ammo.
That's what I'm talking about.
I always try to do the infinite ammo energy sword glitch on all connecting levels. The other ones are the Arbiter and Oracle, Delta Halo and Regret, Sacred Icon and Quarantine Zone, Gravemind and High Charity, Uprising and The Great Journey.
Wow, that's a lot of levels.
It is a lot. But actually, I'm not sure about Gravemind and High Charity. I never seem to be able to get it to work, but I remember doing it before. But that's 6 pairs of connecting levels, and you can only use the infinite ammo energy sword on the second of each pair. So that's 6 levels with that sword, which is still kind of a lot. So, I don't know, now I'm thinking about Quarantine Zone and how that doesn't usually work for me either. So if you exclude Quarantine Zone and High Charity, there are still 4 levels for you to do that with.
You know, I'm actually kind of surprised I haven't heard of that glitch.
You know, I'm really surprised I haven't heard of that anywhere. Literally. I've never read about it or heard anyone talk about it. I gotta believe people know it exists. I've found much more interesting and well-hidden things, but I've literally never seen it anywhere else. My guess is that people know but just don't care, because in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. But it's my favorite thing, partly because I found it, and also because that was a big deal to me as a little boy named Walter, who was so happy to have an infinite ammo energy sword.
Being a happy little boy named Walter is the best.
What a nice moment. You finally said something wholesome that we can all agree with.
Yes, we have all been inside that little boy.
And there it goes.
You know, I was just wondering where on earth this mission takes place. Literally.
I don't know, but at least it's not New York. That's so cliche. You have no idea how annoying it is to see your city repeatedly destroyed in movies and games.
Yeah, I'll give Bungie that. This is a pretty unique location for their Earth part of the story to take place. I don't know exactly where it is, but it feels like someplace on Earth. I'm just different enough to be interesting and familiar enough for me to care about. Of course, the in-lore reason is because the portal to the Ark is here. That isn't revealed in this game, but it was supposed to be. Like most cut content in Halo 2, it was used in Halo 3.
Yeah, I think it's in Africa or something. But you know what I just thought of? Maybe the Ark is at the geographical starting place of humanity, on Earth. I mean, that was my idea. I did think it up, but maybe it already exists somewhere, and maybe I heard it.
That is cool. That makes sense too, but god damn it, I gotta get 343's stupid lore out of my head. I was just thinking about how the Forerunners supposed evolved humans and starting their population over again. But that. Yeah, the idea of the Ark being at humanity's starting point is cool.
If this actually is the same place as the Ark, I mean, we know it's supposed to be, but I'm thinking of the Halo 3 levels around the Ark, and if you asked me, I'd guess they're completely different locations on Earth. This place looks a lot like a desert, but the Halo 3 missions are more like a jungle.
I don't know. I mean, assuming that we are in the general vicinity of the Ark, there can be different biomes. I mean, I agree that they look like completely different places. Shit, my aim sucks. I think I would have preferred that both games made it look like the same place, but that also would have been more boring. So I'm not upset that we have more geographically looking different places to play.
Hey, you know, speaking on that topic, did I tell you guys about the time I went to Tijuana? See, it started in the bathroom of this Conoco with me and my roommate Jorge and his cousin. Jorge's cousin was there trading a 6-pack of soggy Eggo waffles for some snow blow with this random dude duct taped to the front of a dirt buggy. Dude shows up with a plastic bag on his face like a luchador mask and starts lacing bullets in the dingy brown walls of the Conoco willy-nilly. A single stray bullet punches into the butt cheek of my cousin, and he goes tumbling. Meanwhile, I'm balls deep in a record run of Angry Birds. Pissed to high hell, I'm about to bounce this bird smack dab into a green pipe. I've already dumped a whole month's Taco Bell salary into this app, and I'm hovering my thumb over the Buy More Lives button on the game, when grocery sack guy plows his buggy straight through the door of the Conoco, sending about a baker's dozen of his pearly whites ricocheting around the bathroom. Tooth hits a pipe, and poof, the whole room is spewing steam everywhere like it's 1850 on the Intercontinental Railroad. That's a reference to how we used to use steam engines. Anyway, 3 hours later, I'm bartering Jorge's pet Pomeranian with this one-eyed Jamaican witch doctor on the docks for a one-way ticket air balloon ride to Tijuana. The lady's checking out the gum health of Jorge's dog when all the fuzz come in hot and blazing. Me and the Pomeranian get booked in county for suspicion of using a tooth gun to lace up the Conoco bathroom. 3 weeks later, I'm working with a dude, quack of a lawyer, and he's making a plea deal on basis we don't have a case to deny. I wasn't, in fact, the manufacturer and effector of a never-before-seen tooth shooting MK-40. Who would you believe shows up but grocery sack guy himself? Buggy comes crashing through cell 32, bricks go flying. He's yapping his now toothless jaw at the pigs and talking about how I'm gonna have my revenge, cook you up and slap some bread on you and enjoy a whole ass 4-for-4 Baconator. All the hubbub gives me and the Pomeranian perfect cover to dip for the docks. Jamaican lady is long since gone, but the balloon is primed and ready to go. Thank God I always carry a backpack of pure kerosene extract cause I just shaved that Pomeranian and lit up the hair and flew all the way to Tijuana. The food there ain't much to sniff at, but I did meet the love of my life there, Jessica Simpson. We fell so hard and fast for each other. When I finally popped the question, she chained me up to the external gas-powered electricity generator in the courtyard of our stolen mafia digs. We were squatting in the third home of this supposed Mexican drug dealer. Really nice guy, actually. She left me there and pursued a career in Hollywood. And when the guy showed up, he unchained me and fixed me up some scrumptious bubble tea. He made the bubbles himself using some freshly hewn, genuine Great Barrier Reef seaweed. Imported it as a cover for the drugs, I think. Anyway, I say all this to say, what we were just talking about reminds me of that time in my life. Me and Pablo Escobar are still friends to this day.
Okay. I'm gonna stop you right there, Joe.
I'm surprised that despite your inane rambling, that was actually kinda, sorta related in the tiniest way to what we were talking about.
What can I say? I'm a smart cookie.
Obama, just skip these guys.
Sorry, man. Normally I would, but I got the itch right now.
Have you ever managed to get killed by that scarab shot?
I don't think so. I think I managed to get damaged by it, like I barely just touched it. But unless you get launched by something, a teammate in the passenger seat with a rocket launcher and Sputnik on, I don't see how you could do it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I don't see who would want to do it, except us.
We are weird, but I also think it's in a gamer's nature to try to break a game, especially after they've beaten it, and super especially after you've beaten it as hard and as many times as we have.
It's an elite gamer thing.
It's a pro gamer thing.
It's a God gamer thing.
It's our thing. You know, I saw that there is a scarab gun there above the hole in the bridge where the shot comes down, but I'm not sure if it's real.
Oh, the scarab gun is totes for reals. Everyone knows that.
Not that scarab gun. You're talking about the scarab gun on Metropolis, which I have a story about, by the way, but I'll save for later. I'm talking about the area we just passed. I remember seeing a video of someone getting the scarab gun there. Supposedly one spawns in order to fire that shot, which makes sense, I guess, but I tried for a long time to get it and never got it. So to this day, I don't know if maybe that video was a hoax.
Fake news. There are loads of fake scarab gun videos out there, believe me.
Yeah, that might be true, but I don't know. I think it kind of makes sense for one to be there, but maybe I just want it to be true. And sorry guys, normally I just skip these guys, but I really want them dead.
Why? Are there jackals on board?
No, just a couple elites.
I don't really see the point then.
They're probably on their way to pick up jackals, Joe.
In that case, destroy them. Destroy them all.
In the restoration mod, you can drive those things.
Shadows.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the name, but it makes sense in the Covenant vehicle naming scheme. I just think Shadow should have been saved for something cooler.
Yeah, I can see the Shadow being some kind of combat vehicle.
Yeah, it's a transport vehicle with one useless gun. It should have a fat name like, I don't know, Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Yeah, you're right, that name's shit.
How about Spooky Dookie?
Spooky Dookie?
Yeah, because it's scary like all the other Covenant vehicle names, and it's shit.
Let's try to come up with an actual good name.
How about Revenant?
No, Donald, that's already a thing.
Oh, shit. I knew that.
Spooky Dookie?
You said that already, Joe.
Oh,
This is hard.
that's what she said.
Ah.
Nice one. Good job, Joe.
Thank you.
You know this is annoying because I just want to look up a list of ghosts in Phasmophobia and pick one of those, and we'd be done.
Rock, the game froze.
The game didn't freeze. It's just the capture software.
Well, it's really ruining my immersion, Barack.
Yeah, everything was super ultra realistic until this happened.
It's fine now.
Okay, I couldn't help it. I looked up the names of Phasmophobia ghosts, and there's a lot of good ones here.
You looked something up?
Yeah, I couldn't help it. I had to know.
I'm touched. I'm rubbing off on you.
That's what she said.
Ooh!
Gross, but not bad, Joe.
Anyway, there are a lot of names on the list that are already names of Covenant vehicles, but some good ones are Hantu, Mare, Raiju, Yurei. There's a lot more.
Oh, I like Hantu.
I like Yuri, but Hantu is fine.
I'm not sure any of those names are fat enough. Poltergeist is probably the biggest name on the list, but I don't know. It kind of sounds maybe too badass for a stupid and slow transport carrier, so Hantu works, I guess.
Yeah, that works for me. I mean, we're obviously not renaming it, but I like that better than Shadow. But poltergeist is just wrong.
Like you said, it's too big and it doesn't fit.
That's what she said.